Hey Austin, this is Guys. How does the iPhone stack up versus Android 5 years later? To find out, we've got the iPhone 4S and Samsung Galaxy S2. As the best of the best in 2011, it's interesting to see just how well they've aged. The first thing you'll notice is how much bigger the Galaxy S2 is. I have the US T-Mobile variant here, which sports a big for the time 4.5-inch screen compared to the tiny 3.5-inch screen on the iPhone. That said, while the AMOLED screen on the Galaxy isn't bad, the Retina display of the iPhone looks a lot nicer. At 326 pixels per inch, it's identical to the iPhone 6S, and while displays have gotten better in the last 5 years, there's really not much to complain about, except for the size. The iPhone feels tiny by today's standards, where the Galaxy is much more comfortable. While the S2 was a decent looking phone back in the day, it hasn't aged too well. You do have a removable back which gives you access to a microSD card slot and removable battery. As a 5-year-old phone, being able to swap a fresh battery in easily is a big advantage. It's fairly thin, but the plastic build has taken a beating over the years and it shows. This iPhone has been nicely taken care of, but there's no denying the appeal of glass and metal. This is still one of my favorite phone designs ever, with a nice heft in the hand and an expensive feel. Even though you can pick up a 4S for cheap these days, it's clear that this was once a $600 phone. Something that surprised me is the software. The Galaxy S2 tops out on Android 4.1 Jelly Bean, which came out in 2012, where Apple actually still supports the iPhone 4S as it's fully up to date on iOS 9. While it probably won't get updated much beyond this, it's really impressive to see a phone supported for 5 years. Even the Nexus line usually only gets updates for 2 or 3 years, and the S2 only got a single year of updates. Mind you, iOS 9 isn't exactly buttery smooth on the 4S, but it's at least usable. While Jelly Bean is still stuck in 2012, it's not all bad. Google has steadily moved more and more apps into the Play Store, which means you're able to use the latest versions of things like Chrome. Unfortunately, a lot either won't work on 4.1 or can't be updated. Apps like Twitter that work are few and far between. Having iOS 9 helps the iPhone a lot. Things like Spotify work just fine, and although you'll notice some slowness in Snapchat, it's totally usable. More demanding games are going to be a problem, but lighter titles like Minecraft work just as well as with new phones. As long as you lower your expectations for speed, there's not much you can't do on the 4S. One thing that's definitely improved in the last few years are the cameras. Both phones have 8 megapixel sensors that are decent but nothing special. As long as there's enough light, both the iPhone and Galaxy S2 can deliver a nice image, but the S2 doesn't handle color very nicely, and the iPhone gives better dynamic range. On the other hand, the front-facing VGA camera on the 4S is pretty terrible, where the S2 has an actually usable selfie camera. Video is 1080p across the board, and here there's not much comparison. The 4S has far better stabilization in color, where the S2 gets shaky and blows the highlights out easily. The Galaxy S2, more than anything, shows just how far things have come in the last 5 years. Things have also improved in the iPhone camp, but the 4S has held up impressively well. Which would you go for? Let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one. It feels decent in the hand. Yeah, I'm gonna cut that part.